And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here from Dunfield as we get set to kick off our game here tonight as the Watertown Rams in town visiting the Elmira Pioneers. As for Elmira, they'll be sending out left-hander Logan Salo out of Kentucky, making his second start of the year. His first start came against the Amsterdam Mohawks, as his first pitch here will be high and inside. Salo in the game against the Mohawks started out very efficiently. His only blemish in that game was a 3-run home run that he allowed. But Elmira was able to work around things defensively as they were able to score on 3 separate occasions in the top of the 9th inning and hold on for a 5-4 victory against Amsterdam. Elmira 1-0 this year against Watertown as they won on opening night up in Watertown, as they won big by a score of 13-3. And here a strikeout to start off the game, as going down swinging for the Rams was their leadoff batter, number 24, Brendan McCulca. So with one away in the inning, that'll bring in the number 2 hitter, Nick Moore. Moore getting the start at second base tonight for the Rams. Moore, a junior at Missouri out of Downers Grove, Illinois. And the first pitch is going to be a called strike from Salo. Salo showed in the game against the Mohawks a very good fastball. And Salo was actually named SEC Pitcher of the Week for the Wildcats as a chopper here hit high to second base. Fielding it is going to be Walker. The throw across end diamond is in time as Christian Santisteban is able to glove the ball. So 2 quick outs here for Logan Salo. As give you a look at Elmira defensively, as Christian Santisteban will get the start at first base tonight. Nick Walker starts at second. Derek DeLear at short. Man at third base, it will be Taylor Hilson. Behind the plate tonight for Elmira, and it will be Drew Fisher getting the start. And then the outfield, you have in left field, Joe Gorana out of Old Dominion. In center field, TJ Dixon. And in right field, you will have Chris Kaluzdian. First pitch was no good there to the number 3 batter, as that is Drew Hershick. As now the count, no balls and a strike. 2 outs here at the top of the first inning. Pitch from Salo is swung on. That one's going to be fouled back and out of play. Over on the first base side, a nice night here at Dunfield in Elmira, New York, as a nice breeze blowing straight out to center field. Not a lot of humidity. And now the 0-2 is going to be called for strike 3. And that will end the first inning. So 2 big strikeouts for Logan Salo. And a ground out to the second baseman, Walker, will do it in the top half of the first inning. As Elmira will get set to come to plate here, as giving you a look here at the Pioneers' starting lineup tonight. As it'll be the right fielder out of Manhattan, Chris Kaluzdian, leading things off. Then batting second, it'll be the center fielder, TJ Dixon, out of Samford. Batting third will be the second baseman out of Old Dominion, number 4, Nick Walker. Batting fourth, it'll be the first baseman, number 10, Christian Santisteban, out of Manhattan. Batting fifth, it'll be the designated hitter for Elmira, Zach Bellinger, out of St. Rose. He wears number 44. Batting sixth, it'll be the third baseman, number 5, Taylor Hilson, out of Mansfield. Batting seventh, it'll be the left fielder, Joe Gorana, out of Old Dominion. Batting eighth, it will be the catcher, number 22, Drew Fisher, out of USC Upstate. And batting ninth, it'll be the shortstop, number 12, Derek DeLear, out of Florida International. As Elmira tonight will face Dalton Despain. He wears number 14 for the Rams. Despain listed at 5'11", 165, a right-hander from San Antonio, Texas, where he attends Texas A&M Corpus Christi, just finishing up his sophomore year. Elmira looking to try and snap a 2-game losing streak here after they won 5 in a row. As they come into play tonight with a record of 7-5 on the year, as they sit in second place in the PGCBL West Division, 1 spot ahead of these Watertown Rams, who came off of a big doubleheader of themselves yesterday, as they were able to take both games of the doubleheader. and moved to just one game under 500. As Despain finishes his warm-up pitches. And that will bring in Chris Kaluzdian to lead things off here for Elmira. Kaluzdian, he'll step into the right-handed batter's box for Elmira. And as Kaluzdian, as of late, at the plate, has cooled off after he had a hot start to the season, but overall, he has picked up where he left off a year ago, leading Elmira in batting average. Also has a home run on the year. That came in a game against the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs. As he watches a first pitch ball miss outside here for ball one. Elmira looking to try and move to 2-0 on the year against the Rams. This is their first trip to Dunfield this season. And now a 1-0 pitch will be called a strike as the count will even up at 1-1. And a foul tip here as that one hits off of the top of the press box. And the count will go to a ball and 2 strikes. So no runs in the game as Logan Salo was able to set down the Rams batters in order in the top of the first. And now a 1-2 pitch is going to sail high here to the backstop as the count will even up. TJ Dixon in the on-deck circle for Elmira. Despain sets on the mound. As he looks to his catcher, Scholl, the pitch is inside. That almost caught Kaluzdian as he had to back out of the way. So good job by Kaluzdian here to take some pitches from Despain early on as he has a full count. Now the payoff pitch is outside for ball 4. And Elmira is going to have their leadoff base runner on. A good job working the count here early on by Elmira batters, is that something they'd like to try and do in this first inning against Despain, is get him to throw a lot of pitches early on. He's been a pitcher early on this PGCBL season that's shown he can work late into games. So TJ Dixon will step in, wearing number 6 yet again tonight, as he sported that number last night against Newark here at home, as he's going to follow the first pitch back. And the count will go to 0-1. So Meyer with an early base runner here. No score as we work in the bottom of the first inning. Despain will check the runner Kaluzdian at first. And the throw home, and that's swung on and missed. As right on the fastball was Dixon, but unable to make contact with it. And the pitch is going to be fouled back over on the third base side into the crowd. As Despain tried to jam Dixon there. So Dixon just going with an emergency hack to stay alive. Fans getting into it here early on at Dunfield. As an 0-2 pitch comes from Despain, and that one's going to be outside. Catcher Scholl tried to frame that one and bring it back over the plate. And now Dixon's going to pop this one up over in foul territory on the third base side. And looking to make the catch. And is going to be the third baseman. And now a double play here as the catch was made in foul territory by Drew Hersick. And then trying to take second was Chris Kaluzdian. Really don't know what Kaluzdian was trying to do there. So Elmira goes from a runner on first with nobody out, now to 2 outs in a rare double play. And the number 3 batter, Nick Walker, will step up to the plate as the umpires will now have a conference here on the first base sideline. Walker out of Old Dominion was named a Louisville Slugger, All-American, one of 2 nominations that the Pioneers had. as Pioneers center fielder TJ Dixon, also named a freshman All-American. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. No score between the Pioneers and the Rams, as now the home plate umpire having a chat with Pioneers manager Matt Birch. Dalton Despain taking his time on the mound as he gets set to deliver his first pitch to Walker. This one swung on. That was driven out to center field, and that's going to be caught on the run by the center fielder, Josh Hassel, and that will end the inning. So Elmira looked promising to start off the inning as they drew a leadoff walk, but a double play and now a flyout will end the inning for Elmira. After one full inning of play, no score here from Dunfield between the Rams and the Pioneers. We'll take a break. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Rams get set to kick off the top of the second inning here from Dunfield in Elmira, New York. As the first pitch is going to be inside here. A miss for a ball to the batter, Chris Gaetano, leading things off. And the pitch from Logan Salo is a strike, and a little breaking ball, little float in, so the count 1-1 after Salo worked a 1-2-3 top half of the first inning. Now delivers his 1-1, and that's inside as Gaetano had to move out of the way. As he says that it hit him. And now heading down to first is going to be Gaetano after pleading to the home plate umpire that the ball hit him. So it gives the Rams their first base runner. And is now Pioneers manager Matt Birch going to come out and have a chat with the umpire about the play. So we'll take you back, fans, to the bottom of the first inning in that weird double play for Elmira as a ball was hit up in foul territory by TJ Dixon. As it looked like it was going to be a harmless ball caught by the third baseman for the Rams, Drew Herchick. And then after he caught the play, there was a little contact between Herchick and Pioneers manager Matt Birch at third base. And then Klusdian decided to take off for second thought. He was maybe going to catch the third baseman, Herchick, napping over there as he was kind of looking at Pioneers manager Matt Birch. And then Herchick, the third baseman, made the throw to the second baseman for Watertown and was called out on the play, as applying the tag was the second baseman, Nick Moore. So it gave Elmira 2 outs after they had a runner on first and nobody out. Now a chat here on the mound between the catcher, Drew Fisher, and the pitcher, Logan Salos. The count is 3-0 now to the batter. And the catcher, Jason Scholl. So a runner on first now, and nobody out for the Rams after the hit by pitch to the number 4 batter, Chris Gaetano. Salo checks the runner at first. The 3-0 pitch as a fastball called for a strike. And now they throw it to first as back safely was the runner Gaetano. So a 3-1 count. And another quick throw over is Santisteban at first base. Didn't apply a tag that time, but Salo trying to keep the runner close at first. As it's the Rams' first runner of the game here. 3-1 count, top of the second inning. The pitch home is going to be taken for strike 2. Wind still blowing out to center field here at Dunfield. The light starting to take effect. Now a payoff pitch coming and a snap throw as Elmira might have the runner picked off. The throw to the shortstop. Deleer gets the runner. And picked off at first is going to be Catano as the third time that Salo makes the snap throw to first. A nice fielding play by Christian Santisteban, and Elmira has got their first out, and now a 3-2 count to the batter. Scholl awaits the pitch. He's going to pop this one up, and that will get into the crowd as he stays alive in the at-bat. Then the on-deck circle for the Rams is the number 6 batter, Josh Haschel, who made that catch to end the bottom half of the first inning. Now the 3-2 is swung on as that one's hit out to Kaluzdian in right field, and he'll make the catch. And that will be the second out of the inning. So that'll bring in Josh Haschel, the freshman out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, attending Holy Cross. Logan Salo trying to work another 1-2-3 inning here for the Pioneers. As Salo, along with his Kentucky teammate, Blake Euler, joined Elmira just over a week ago. And now a 1-0 count here to the batter, Haschel. Salo with his sign delivers home, and that one will miss outside. Elmira, their last time out against the Rams on opening night up at Alex T. Duffy Fairgrounds, got in the scoreboard early and often against the Rams, trying to replicate that here tonight. As a swing and a miss there by the batter, Haschel, and the count 2-1. Now a pitch will miss outside here, and the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. Elmira does have 2 outs here in the inning. As a pickoff at first base, and then a fly out to the right fielder, Kaluzdian. And now a 3-1 is a called strike. That one just crossed the knees. Good job of framing the pitch there by the catcher, Drew Fisher. Another payoff pitch here for Salo. He delivers home, and that one's going to be outside for ball 4. And the second base runner of the inning for the Rams. And stepping in now will be the designated hitter, Shane Dressler. A left-handed batter listed at 6'3", 220 pounds, a freshman at VCU out of York Haven, PA. So Dressler attending Virginia Commonwealth University, the former school of Pioneers designated hitter Zach Bellinger, who transferred out after his freshman year, as he transferred to St. Rose. Bellinger now in his third stint with the Pioneers. As the count is 0-1 to the batter, Dressler. The runner Haschel leads off first. The pitch home is swung on and missed. A breaking ball, as that one was down in the zone. Batter Dressler was unable to hold off on the swing. Pretty good lead over at first for Haschel. Salo checks him, gives another look. He'll deliver home. The pitch is inside. That one just missed. Good take there by the big first baseman. Dressler playing DH tonight. Started at first base, and the last time that these teams met up, I would imagine he could move there should Dustin Exford come out of the game. The count's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. No score between the Pioneers and the Rams. The 2-2 is swung on a chopper off the plate, but this ball is going to be called foul as Drew Fisher tried to work his way around Dressler to get that ball in fair territory, but was unable to. Still no hits in the ball game. The Rams now with 2 base runners. And a pitch here is going to be fouled back. So the count will hold at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a hit by pitch and a walk in this inning have led to the 2 outs for Logan Salo. He delivers the 2-2 again. And that one's called strike 3 to end the inning. And Elmira will strand a runner at first base as the Rams fail to score, and we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Elmira looking to try and get on the board first here in front of the home crowd at Dunfield in Elmira, New York. We'll take a break. When we come back. The Pioneers will set up here for the bottom of the second inning to try and get the game's first run against Dalton Despain for the Watertown Rams. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And we're set to kick off the bottom half of the second inning as Christian Santisteban will step in to kick things off for Elmira. Santisteban hitting in the number 4 hole. His first pitch is swung on, skied high in the air over on the third base side, just in fair territory. And it's going to be brought in by the third baseman for a quick first out. As the starting pitcher today for the Watertown Rams is number 14, Dalton Despain, out of Texas A&M Corpus Christi, as he throws a first pitch strike to Zach Bellinger. Bellinger, the designated hitter tonight after starting the last 2 games at first base for Elmira, as he is going to follow this pitch back. Didn't want to swing at it initially, but the pitch was inside. So quickly 0-2 to Spain. And that is the count on Bellinger. He's got 1 out in the inning, but he's going to step off of the mound here. And the 0-2 is going to be high and outside. Good eye there by Bellinger. Bellinger also with a home run on the year for Elmira. He had a solo home run against Newark in Newark. And now he's going to bloop a ball here into second, but it's caught by the second baseman. And a nice play there, ranging over to his left by the Rams' second baseman, Nick Moore, as that will bring in Taylor Hilson for Elmira out of Mansfield. Hilson has played a very good third base for Elmira this year, very athletic in the field. Also has got great hustle to play as he lays down a bunt here. It's going to be a tough play for Despain. Despain picks the ball, guns to first, but gets the speedy Hilson in time. So it's another 1-2-3 inning for Dalton Despain, and early on we have a good pitcher's duel going on here at Dunfield, and we've seemed to have a number of those early on in the 2014 PGCBL season. As we've seen Hilson do that bunt play a lot this year. We've actually seen it work out for him as of late, especially here at Dunfield. As I was saying earlier, Zach Bellinger, he has 1 home run on the air, a solo shot against the Newark Pilots, as that came up at Colburn Park, as Elmira was able to beat Newark in that game by an 11-6 score. Also in that game, Christian Santisteban had his first home run of the year for Elmira, a 3-run shot. And it really seems that the 3-run home run has been something Elmira's like to do this year, as they've actually had a 3-run home run on 3 separate occasions. As first home run, a 3-run shot, came here at Dunfield for Derek DeLear against the Newark Pilots. And then the second 3-run home run was by Santisteban. And the third 3-run home run came off the bat of Taylor Skirpon for Elmira out of Penn State, as that one came in Elmira's extra inning game against the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs the other night, a game in which Elmira lost in 12 innings on none other than a walk-off 3-run home run. So they've lived and died by the 3-run home run ball this year. As back out for his warm-up pitches here in this third inning is Logan Salo. And we're set to start the top of the third inning here at Dunfield. As leading things off, it will be the first baseman, number 9, Dustin Exford. Exford, 6'1", 205 pounds, a right-hander, a redshirt sophomore attending Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College. In his hometown, Watertown, playing for his Rams. As we'll get this top of the third inning kicked off. And the first pitch will miss for a ball. Now Salo's 1-0 delivery. A good fastball there is taking a big hack at it was Exford. That one was up in the zone. Probably saw his eyes light up. So the count evens up. And now the 1-1 is swung on and missed. Has a nice job of changing speeds there by Logan Salo. He's a freshman at Kentucky. As it's the 7, 8, and 9 batters. And this one's going to be popped up. As ranging in for it, Kaluzdian, as he will make the catch, as he called off the second baseman, Nick Walker, and there's one away. So that'll bring in the shortstop, Charles LeBlanc. First pitch to LeBlanc is going to be a called strike on the outer half of the plate. And a strike call here as the breaking ball looked below in the zone, but the umpire signaling a strike. Now the 0-2 is a fastball painted on the outside corner again by Salo. And that's going to be the third strike. So the third strikeout of the game here early on for Logan Salo, as he's got 2 quick outs. So 2 outs here now in the top of the third inning. As that'll bring in the leadoff hitter, Brandon Mikulka. His first pitch he sees is a little low. That'll be called for a ball. Salo with a very good strike-to-ball ratio in his outing against the Mohawks. As he throws a bouncer here in the dirt that gets by Fisher. As Amsterdam, generally known as one of the better hitting teams in the PGCBL, but they've had a rough start to 2014. As they went to the championship series a year ago against Elmira. They were able to knock off the Pioneers in a best-of-3 game championship series, 2-1. And a fastball here is ripped and hit to the backstop by Mikulka. So the count 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. And the top half of the third inning, no score between the Rams and the Pioneers, no hits either. And the 2-1 is inside. That one almost caught Mikulka, so the count goes to 3-1. And the pitch is swung on and missed as a breaking ball in the dirt. Looked very deceptive coming out of the hand of Salo as Mikulka couldn't hold up at swinging at potential ball 4. So now a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the third inning. The pitch from Salo is going to be off the back of Mikulka, as that is going to be the second hit batter by Salo, as that will give Watertown a 2-out base runner. And that will bring in the number 2 batter, number 31, Nick Moore. Moore 0 for 1 on the night as he grounded out to Pioneers second baseman Nick Walker for the second out back in the first inning. Salo and the catcher, Drew Fisher, having an extended chat out in the mound, but what they want to do here. To the second baseman, Nick Moore. Runner Mikulka leads off at first. Salo's already picked off a runner in this game for Watertown as he throws a first pitch strike. Now the 0-1 is a fastball. This one will miss a little bit further outside, so the count will even up. Salo, a long look over at the runner. Mikulka now the pitch home, as this one's a bouncer in front of the plate. Good job by the catcher, Fisher, to keep the ball in front of him. Fisher's been a very good defensive backstop behind the plate for Elmira early on in the season, as he is going to be a sophomore this upcoming school year at USC Upstate. Now a 2-1 is swung on. That one hit out to right field. Kaluzdian ranging in for it, and he's going to make the catch on the run to end the inning. So again, the Rams will strand a runner on base as they got a runner on by hit by pitch, and they will strand him at first. So we'll head to the bottom of the third inning. Still no score here at Dunfield between the Pioneers and the Rams, as you're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here from Dunfield in Elmira, New York, as the second meeting of the year between the Watertown Rams and the Elmira Pioneers. Elmira 1-0 on the year against the Rams as they won on opening day this 2014 PGCBL season. As the Pioneers left fielder Joe Gorana will step in to lead things off. Gorana out of Old Dominion. One of 3 Monarchs the Pioneers have on their roster this year, as this first pitch will miss inside for a ball from Dalton Despain, who is yet to allow a Pioneers hit. And a bunt laid here by Gorana, but that one's going to pop foul over on the third base side. So the count will even up at a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 is fouled back as the fastball went up the ladder there from Despain as they try to challenge Gorana. Gorana has a lot of speed on the base paths and in the field for Elmira, as he showcased that early on in his playing time with the Pioneers. But he can't catch up to a fastball here as it swung on and missed. And that will be the first out of the inning for Despain. So that'll bring up the Pioneers catcher, Drew Fisher. As Fisher steps into the left-handed batting box, as he's been sharing playing time this year with Jordan Taylor, a sophomore out of Radford. As the two have been switching on and off every 2 games, as he watches a first pitch breaking ball miss low here for ball number 1. And now a strike called here, as Fisher was unable to get the bat around through the zone. Now the 1-1 from Despain, as that one will miss high. Elmira has shown early on with their batters from the plate that they are willing to take pitches. That's been something at home that they've displayed. As a pitch here swung on, a fastball that jammed Fisher. The shortstop will throw it across the diamond in time for the second out of the inning. As that was a nice play by LeBlanc, who has just finished up his senior of high school, is actually going to be a freshman this upcoming school year, as he is committed to play at the University of Pittsburgh in the fall of 2014. And that'll bring in the Pioneers shortstop, Derek DeLear, out of Florida International, hitting in the 9th hole. And the first pitch will miss low here for a ball. Elmira still searching for their first hit, as a called strike here to DeLear. DeLear looked like he wanted to offer at the pitch. Elmira's had 1 base runner in the game, as DeLear swings at a 1-1, pops it up in the air. Calling for it is the right fielder, and he'll make the catch for the 3rd out. So Elmira will go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as through 3, Dalton Despain has faced the minimum for Elmira, as we definitely have a pitcher's duel going at Dunfield, as all zeros up on the scoreboard for both teams as we head to the top of the 4th inning with 3 complete here at Dunfield. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And leading things off here for the Rams will be Drew Herchick, the 3rd baseman. As Herchick wearing number 10 tonight. Not wearing the number 5 listed on the Rams roster, so we'll get that number change in here for you. As he swings and falls off a first pitch from Logan Salos. Now the 0-1 is swung on. That one's hit to DeLear short, and he fields the ball, throws it across the diamond to Santisteban in time for the 1st out. So there's 2 pitches needed for Logan Salo to kick off the top half of the 4th inning. As the Rams have had 3 base runners in this game, but all 3 times they've been stranded on first base. As Logan Salo has done a nice job working around his hits batters and walk early on in this one. He's also got a pickoff. That came back in the second inning as Gaetano was picked off. Now a 1-0 fastball is called for a strike. And against the batter, Gaetano. And a foul tip here off of the catcher, Fisher, will be strike two as the umpire will take the time here to walk the ball out to Logan Salo. Give Fisher some time behind the plate. And a good crowd here on hand at Dunfield as there'll be post-game fireworks tonight for the fans afterwards, as there was free rally towels passed out before the game. So fans twirling those around down in the stands. As we are scoreless here in the top of the fourth inning between the Rams and the Pioneers. No runs, no hits, no errors. Now the 1-2 is going to be a breaking ball in the dirt. Nice job holding off on the swing by Gaetano. So the count is full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. With 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning. Gaetano awaits the pitch. That one swung on, a chopper to Walker at second. Walker fields the ball and throws in time for the second out. Nice job by Walker to stay with the ball as that took a weird hop off of the infield lip here of the grass at Dunfield. So with 2 outs, that'll bring in the catcher, Scholl, who flied out to Kaluzdian in right field his first time up. As he hit back in the second inning. As right now, Logan Salo just 1 over the minimum batters faced here through 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning as a first pitch ball to the batter, Scholl. And now the 1-0 will miss as well as Salo going with back-to-back breaking balls to start off the at-bat. He's got 2 ground outs in the inning. And now a 2-0 pitch is popped up high. Well, that one's going to get out of play over on the first base side. And now the 2-1 is low and away. Logan Salo looking to try and keep throwing the breaking balls here to the catcher, Scholl, as he's thrown all 3 of them low and away in the at-bat. Now the 3-1 is a fastball that catches the inside part of the plate. Salo's done a great job here in this one early on of locating his fastball as he's hit that inner half of the plate to the left-handed batters on 4 different occasions. Now a payoff pitch is going to be low for ball 4. And that'll be a 2-out walk and a base runner at first for the Rams. So that'll bring in the center fielder, Hassel, for the Rams. Struck out looking to end the second inning. As Salo painted a fastball on the outside corner. This one swung right at the second baseman, Walker, and that is going to be the 3rd out. So Salo gives up the walk, but he only needs 1 pitch to get out of the inning as he strands another runner. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Dunfield as Elmira is still in a scoreless tie with the Watertown Rams. As Dalton Despain coming back out for Watertown as we'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be the Pioneers up to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And we're set for the bottom of the fourth inning. Back here at Dunfield, Doug Page along with you as Elmira taking on the Watertown Rams. Elmira looking to try and snap their two-game slide after they had put together 5 consecutive wins. Elmira coming into the game with a 7-5 record. Chris Kaluzdian will lead things off for the Pioneers as he swings at the first pitch, as he's going to pop this one up into the air over on the right side of the field. And it's going to be brought down by the second baseman for the first out, as converging was the right fielder Gaetano and the second baseman Moore, but Moore is able to call everybody off and make the catch. So that'll bring in TJ Dixon. Dixon popped up in foul territory to the third baseman Herchick that started the weird double play back in the top of the first inning for Elmira, as after the play, Kaluzdian was thrown out at second, trying to advance the base after he was walked to start off the game. Now the count 1-1 here to Dixon. Now the pitch from Despain is swung on. That's going to be hit into right field. The Lacer, the dive by the right fielder is no good. That one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Dixon speeding into second, and he's going to be there safely. So a big hit by T.J. Dixon, and Elmira has got their first runner in scoring position of the game, and that gets the crowd going here at Dunfield. As Dixon got out in front of that off-speed pitch from Despain. And it was a great effort by the Rams right fielder, Chris Gaetano, but he was just a little too far behind the play. So that'll bring in the Pioneers' second baseman, Nick Walker. Walker 0 for 1 on the night. First pitch from Despain is going to be taken high for a ball. So for Dixon, give him a single, and then he'll take second on the E9. He leads off of second. 6 stolen bases on the year for him. The pitch home to Walker is going to be a called strike, as that caught the inner half of the plate. With 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Still no score between the Pioneers and the Rams, but Elmira has the game's first hit, thanks to T.J. Dixon. Now the 1-1 is swung on. That one's popped up high in the air. As the pitcher Despain calling for it, he's going to make the catch in fair territory. And that will be the second out, as he threw a fastball that jammed Walker. And that'll bring in the Pioneers' first baseman, Christian Santisteban. Santisteban trying to bring in Elmira's first run of the game, with T.J. Dixon standing on second and 2 outs now in the bottom of the fourth inning. And the first pitch from Despain is going to miss outside for a ball. Santisteban, after a rough first couple of at-bats in a Pioneers uniform, has displayed a lot of power and contact as of late, as he has rose his batting average. And is going to swing at one here, and it's going to be popped up to the shortstop, and making the catch is going to be LeBlanc, and that will end the inning. So Elmira gets their first base hit of the game, but they will strand T.J. Dixon at second, as we've played 4 full here at Dunfield. Still no score between the Pioneers and the Rams. We'll take a break. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here from Dunfield in Elmira, New York, as the Pioneers were able to get their first hit of the game in the bottom of the fourth inning, but they stranded T.J. Dixon at second against the Rams starter, Dalton Despain. So we'll kick off the top of the fifth inning as Logan Salo back on the mound for Elmira. Salo will face Dressler, Exford, and LeBlanc here in the inning. And the pitch is swung out. That's going to be up through the middle, and that'll get by Walker. And that'll be the first hit of the game for the Rams. Shane Dressler tries to start the Rams off here in the top of the fifth inning with a bang, as that'll bring in Exford, the first baseman, who flying out to the center fielder Dixon his first time up. Salo will check the runner at first. The pitch home is going to be fouled. That one's drilled over towards the Pioneers clubhouse on the first base side. So Salo had retired the first 12 batters, working around 2 hits, batsmen, and a walk before giving up that single, as a bunt attempt here by Exford is going to be fouled back off of the catcher Fisher. Fisher's been hit a couple times tonight already here off of some foul swings and some foul bunts, as he's been a workhorse behind the plate for Elmira. And it's still early on in the season. The catchers and pitchers for all the teams in the PGCBL still trying to work and get a camaraderie going, as coming from 2 completely different schools, really not knowing each other. It really takes a good communication between a pitcher and a catcher to work through a 9-inning baseball game. And then Fisher and Salo trying to do just that. 0-2 count here with nobody out and a runner on. And the pitch is going to be outside for a ball. As going back to first was Dressler, who led off the inning with a single. Charles LeBlanc in the on-deck circle for Watertown. Now the 1-2 from Salo is going to be inside, as that one almost caught Exford, as he for a second started to look at the home plate umpire, but then turned his head away. So the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the throw home is swung on. This one's going to be out into right field. That's going to be in front of Clusian. Then stopping at second is going to be Dressler. So it's back-to-back singles to kick off the top half of the fifth inning for the Rams, after they hadn't been able to show any answers against Logan Salo. That'll bring in the shortstop, Charles LeBlanc. And is now Matt Birch going to jog out to the mound here. And he'll pull his infield in to have a chat with Logan Salo. And Salo did go 6 innings in his game against the Amsterdam Mohawks before actually being relieved by his teammate at Kentucky, Blake Euler, as he exited that game actually trailing, but the Pioneers offense was able to take him off of the hook and was able to rally in the top of the 9th inning in that game to tie it up and then eventually take a lead and kind of stun the Mohawks, who went in really the matter of 10 minutes from having a comfortable 2-run cushion to finding themselves down by 2 runs. So with runners on first and second here and nobody out for the Rams, LeBlanc will step in. Elmira playing in here at the corners, and the pitch is a bunt laid down. Salo has to field it. He has to throw to first, had to wait for a second, and the runner is called out at first. As the Watertown Rams coaches, I'm sure, going to have a couple of questions about the decision there, as that looked like a bang-bang play at first base, as the Pioneers' first baseman, Christian Santisteban, was already charging in on the bunt play. So Salo had to wait for his second baseman, Walker, to go over and cover first base. So the out is recorded. Now runners at second and third here for the Rams after the sacrifice bunt by LeBlanc. And stepping in, it's Mikulka. First pitch to Mikulka, swung on and missed. A fastball up in the zone. So now both teams have had the opportunities with runners in scoring position. Watertown, though, with the game's first runner to third base. The 0-1 is going to be off of the batter, Mikulka, so the second time that he's been hit by a pitch. And he will head down to first, and now it's bases loaded here in 1 out for the Rams in the top of the 5th inning. So that'll bring in the second baseman Moore. He's 0 for 2 on the night. But now with runners on all 3 bases. And he swings at the pitch, and that's over the second baseman Walker's head. That's going to be into center field. 1 run's going to score. They're waving around the second runner. Here comes the throw. And it's not going to be in time as it was cut off by Santisteban. And then he had a snap throw over to first. So it's a 2 RBI single for the second baseman, Nick Moore. And the Rams have taken a 2-0 lead on their third hit of the ball game. So now runners on the corners for the Rams. As Drew Hershik will step in, the Rams' third baseman. And the first pitch will miss outside for a ball. Salo, a check of the runner at first. The pitch home, that one swung on. A chopper is going to be past the third base glove of Taylor Hilson. 1 run will score as it's down the line, and runners will be able to advance all the way up to second and third as that ball just kind of died in the grass. And having to range in all the way from left field was Joe Guarana for Elmira as he was able to get the ball in. But now it's a 3-0 lead for the Rams on the RBI hit by Hershik. And Watertown still very much alive in the inning with just 1 out, and Gaetano stepping in. And a first pitch ball to the left-handed swinging Gaetano. Infield in for Elmira as a fastball is called for a strike. Elmira hoping for a ground ball here and potential of a double play as if they can throw home and then throw to first. Or some combination that they can get 2 outs in the infield. As holding off on a breaking ball here is Gaetano. And the 2-1 from Salo is going to be inside as Gaetano had to back off of the plate. So now the count's 3-1. First base is open here for the Rams. 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. 3 runs in for Watertown. They've taken a 3-0 lead. The pitch from Logan Salo is going to be low for ball 4. So just like that, the Rams now have loaded up the bases after they were unable to really solve Logan Salo as he cruised through the first 4 innings. As he didn't allow a hit, but he's allowed 4 here in this inning as they've all been singles. Now the runners will take their leads as the catcher Scholl will step in. Walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1. And he swings this one, drives it out to right field. Ranging back for it, Kaluznian. Kaluznian makes the catch on the warning track. As here comes the throw in, and the runner will score on the sacrifice fly by the catcher Scholl. And it's a 4-0 lead for the Rams. So that'll bring in Hassel Josh Hassel, the 9th batter of the inning for Watertown coming to the plate, as Watertown just one batter away from batting around. Runners on the corners now as the pitch is taken in the dirt. And the home plate umpire going to say that Hassel offered at the pitch. So the count will be 0-1 as Fisher now will go out and set up new signs. And the 0-1 this time will be held off by Hassel. So the count evens up. Runners on the corners for the Rams. They've got 4 runs in and have a 4-0 lead. They also have 4 hits in the ball game. And the pitch is going to be fouled back into the crowd as that one got some speed. And the count now a ball and 2 strikes here to Hassel with 2 outs in the inning. And the 1-2 is going to be just high as Logan Salo thought he had the called 3rd strike to end the inning, but now 2s will be wild on the scoreboard. And the 2-2 is a called strike 3, and that will end the inning. As the Rams will strand 2 runners on base, but they strike for 4 runs in the top of the 5th inning. So Elmira with some work to do now as they trail by 4 coming out for the bottom of the 5th inning against Dalton Despain, who heads back out to the mound for the Rams. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Pioneers trailing by 4 look to get the bats going here at Dunn Field. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Man, the first pitch is going to be swung on by Zach Bellinger to kick off the inning here for Elmira, as he's going to ground out 3 unassisted. As Elmira now trailing by a score of 4-0 here as we kick off the bottom of the 5th inning, as 4 hits and a walk and a sacrifice fly led to 4 runs in the inning for Watertown as they spotted their starter Dalton Despain a lead. And stepping in will be Taylor Hilson, who was going to look at ball number 1. And a good eye there by Hilson yet again, as that's ball number 2. And here comes the pitch from Despain. That's swung on. A chopper into the third baseman, but he bobbles it for a second, and in time, and is able to recover and make the play. Nice job by Drew Hersick. As it's not like he had all the time in the world to recover from that little bobble. So quickly, 2 outs in the inning for Elmira. Stepping in, it'll be the left fielder, Joe Guarana. Despain delivers his first pitch, and that's a fastball called for a strike. So we had a pitcher's duel going through the first 4 innings here at Dunn Field. And now the 0-1 is going to be fouled off on the left field side, as there had been just one hit in the game, and that had come from Elmira and T.J. Dixon in the bottom of the 4th inning. But 4 hits that inning and 4 runs have opened the game up a little bit. Now the 0-2 is going to be high and actually off of the glove of the catcher, Scholl, who had an RBI in that top of the 5th inning, had a sac fly to right field as he drove a ball out over the head of Kaluzdian, but Kaluzdian was able to run up and make the catch. Did have a good throw back in to hold a runner at first for the Rams as they stranded runners on 1st and 3rd. There's a breaking ball in the dirt here is even the count up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Guarano awaits the pitch. Here it comes, and that's going to miss just below the knees. So all the way back from 0-2 to 3-2. Now a full count coming here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the payoff pitch is swung on to miss for strike 3. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Dalton Despain after he sat in his dugout and watched his team give him a 4-0 lead. We'll take a break and come back as it appears the Pioneers will be making a pitching change as manager Matt Birch heads over to the home plate umpire and gets out his lineup card. So we'll take a break, see if we can track down who it is, and we'll come back to have the call here for the top of the 6th inning. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have the new pitcher for Elmira here to kick off the top half of the 6th inning, as it'll be another left-hander out of the bullpen for the Pioneers, as it'll be the 6'4", 205-pound lefty, Zach Pidgeon, a sophomore at Ithaca out of Oneonta, New York. Oneonta, New York, the home to the Oneonta Outlaws, a former member of the PGCBL, the Outlaws playing in the NYCBL. And he will get things kicked off against Dressler, and the number 7 batter for the Rams, now sporting a 4-0 lead. Dressler, the designated hitter. His first pitch is swung on. It's a chopper foul down the first base side as Santisteban gave it a charge. So a 6'4" left-handed pitcher facing off against a 6'3" left-handed hitting designated hitter for the Rams. The 0-1 is swung on. That one's going to be out into left field, and that's going to fall in front of the left fielder, Guarana, as he thought maybe the shortstop, Delir, had a play on the ball. So it's going to be a leadoff single for the Rams. And Dressler, his second hit of the game, as he actually kicked off the 5th inning with a single. And now this one's going to be in the dirt, as actually home plate umpire is going to say that the ball hit the batter, Exford. So it's going to be a leadoff single and then a hit by pitch to give the Rams back-to-back runners to start off the top of the 6th inning here. And for Elmira, that is their 4th hit batter of the night. And that is also the 5th hit of the night on that leadoff single by Dressler. Runners take their leads. And the pitch home looking to bunt was the batter LeBlanc. He pulls his bat back. And the 1-0. This one's bunted in front of the pitcher, Pigeon. He goes to third. He's going to airmail the throw down the left field line. That's going to allow one runner to score as Dressler scores. Here comes Exford, waved around third. And going into third and rounding home is going to be the runner. The throw home is going to be in time. As out is going to be LeBlanc, as LeBlanc was running around the base paths. So it's going to be an error on the pitcher, Zach Pigeon, as he thought he had a play to get the lead runner, Dressler, at third, but threw it down the left field line. As it allowed Dressler and Exford to score. And LeBlanc thought that he was Speedy Gonzalez on the base paths as the ball didn't go that far down the left field line. And Elmira on the relay throw was able to record the out. And now Pigeon is going to throw one off of the back here of the batter, Mikulka. And as Mikulka is going to head down to first base. So that'll give the Rams a one-out base runner. It's now a 6-0 lead for Watertown as they've got 2 runs in the inning. And the batter is Moore. Moore had a 2 RBI single his last time up in the 5th. First pitch to him is going to be low in the dirt. That gets by Fisher, and heading down to second is going to be the runner, Mikulka. As Mikulka does have a little bit of a gripe tonight, as that's actually the 3rd time that he's been hit. As he's 0 for 1 on the night, struck out his first time up, but now the last 3 times he stepped up to the plate, he's been hit by an Elmira pitcher, twice by Salo and now once by Pigeon. As Pigeon has hit 2 in the inning. Pigeon looks at the runner, Mikulka, at second. The pitch home is a fastball called for a strike as the count evens up at 1-1. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning, and a 6-0 lead for the Watertown Rams. And this one's going to be fouled back. And the count will be 1-2. Pigeon stares home, has a 1-2 count to the batter, Moore. Takes a look at second. He's actually going to step off and look the runner, Mikulka, back, who moved up on a wild pitch. And the pitch is swung on a chopper to DeLear at short. DeLear can't get out of his glove as the ball actually went in his jersey. And he has to fight out of his jersey as that's a weird play. And a bad break for Elmira as it allows the runner to reach at first. And also the runner, Mikulka, to move up to third. So now runners on the corners. Here for the Rams, still 1 out. And the inning, can't say I've seen that play happen too many times as the ball somehow got into the jersey of DeLear. Now a ball fouled off at the plate here by Hersick. 1 for 3 on the night. A RBI single back in the 5th inning. was eventually stranded at third base. Man, the 0-1 is swung on and fouled back by her 6 to the count, 0-2. Runners on the corners, they take their leads. An 0-2 pitch coming from Pigeon to the batter, Hersick. And that one's going to be taken high for a ball. Pigeon, the second pitcher of the night for Elmira after he came in relief to begin the inning of Logan Salo. This one's hit out into right field. Kaluzdian makes the catch. They're going to send the runner home. Here comes the throw. It's going to be too far up the line, as that's going to allow a run to score on the sacrifice fly from Herchick, and also allow the runner Moore to advance. And it's now a 7-0 lead for the Rams, as they scored all 7 of their runs over the last 2 innings after they were unable to push across the run through the first 4. And now it'll be Gaetano to step in. And this one misses inside. Gaetano had to back out of the way. He walked his last time up. Has also been hit by a pitch and is grounded out to the second baseman, Walker. This one swung on. That's going to be in the left field. That's going to drop in front of Guana. They're sending the runner home. Here comes the relay throw. It's not going to be in time. And it's going to be an RBI single for Gaetano, and an 8-0 lead now for the Rams, as this game has officially gotten out of hand for Elmira. As 4 runs now in both the 5th and 6th innings for Watertown against Elmira pitching. As that'll bring in the catcher, Scholl, who had a sac fly his last time up. Now just a runner on first base for the Rams. And the first pitch is going to miss for a ball. And the pitch is swung on. That's out to center, ranging back for it. And it's going to be Dixon. He can't make the catch. And as I believe it hit off his glove, it goes to the fence. One run's going to score. Heading for third is going to be Scholl, and they're going to hold him there. And now heading for home is going to be Scholl. There comes the throw from the runner. And now taking out the catcher is going to be the runner, Scholl, as Fisher got plowed over. And the pitcher, Pigeon, applied the tag. So Elmira is going to get out of the inning. So 1 run did come in to score. So it's going to be a 5-run inning. So a crazy thing of a chain of events there. As the ball was off of T.J. Dixon's glove in center, it rolled to the fence. 1 run came around to score, and then Scholl slid into third. But the relay throw in from the outfield took a couple bounces and got not that far past the third baseman, Taylor Hilson, for Elmira. And Scholl decided he'd take off and head for home. And making the throw home was Hilson. And actually, before the ball got to catcher Drew Fisher, he was plowed over by Scholl. And the ball popped right into the glove of Zach Pigeon, and Pigeon was able to apply the tag on Scholl as he was literally on top of Drew Fisher to end the inning. So a weird change of events here, is now it's a 9-0 lead for the Rams as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll take a break here at Dunn Field. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. So Drew Fisher will lead things off here for Elmira after getting plowed over at the plate by the runner for the Rams. As Elmira now finds themselves trailing by a 9-0 score here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dalton Despain back out there for the Rams as the first pitch is a called strike to Fisher. Fisher 0 for 1 in the night. His only bat coming in the 3rd inning. As this one's going to be fouled off over on the third base side. And now the 0-2 is going to be swung on, chopped to the third baseman. Flip across the diamond in time, and that's going to be the first out. As Hershik was able to field the ball. So that'll bring up the number 9 batter, Derek DeLear. For Elmira, DeLear 0 for 1 on the night as a fly ball out to the right fielder, Chris Gaetano. Now the pitch home is inside for a ball. And a pitch here is going to be fouled back by DeLear. Despain settles on the mound. Man delivers home. This one's a called strike. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And this one's in the dirt, a breaking ball. Nice job by DeLear to hold off and not swing, as that one got away from the catcher, Scholl. And the pitch is going to be swung on and missed for strike number 3 as DeLear is set down on strikes. That'll be the 2nd out. So that'll bring up the right fielder for Elmira, Chris Kaluzdian. He was 0 for 1 on the night, has also walked. Had a pop up to the second baseman for the first out back in the 4th inning. Walked to lead off the game, but then was out at second on a 5-4. First pitch here from Despain is swung on. That's right back up the middle. Shortstop LeBlanc ranging over for it, makes the play. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rams as we've played 6 full here at Dunn Field. And it's a 9-0 lead for the Watertown Rams. As we'll take a break. When we come back, the Pioneers will bat the Rams will bat in the top of the 7th inning here from Dunn Field. As coming back out on the mound for Elmira, it'll be Zach Pigeon in his 2nd inning of relief. As Elmira trails 9-0 to the Rams. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the top of the seventh inning underway. As leading off the inning is the center fielder, Josh Hassel, as he lays down a bunt here. The catcher, Fisher, has to come out to field it, and he makes the throw to the first baseman, Christian Santisteban, in time for the first out of the inning. So Watertown in the inning with 9 runs, in the game, 9 runs on 7 hits. Elmira in the game, no runs on 1 hit, and their 1 hit came from TJ Dixon. As the first pitch is swung on and chopped here by Dressler to the second baseman Walker, as he flips to first in time for the second out. So that'll bring in Exford to the plate. Exford, with a hit on the night, has scored 2 runs. Has also flew out to the center fielder, Dixon. As this breaking ball missed low and away. Now the 1-0 offering. It's going to be outside for ball 2. Zach Pigeon back out for a second inning of relief for Elmira. Delivers the pitch. Now and swung on a chopper to Hilson at third. He gets the high grounder, flips to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Elmira. So they're able to put up a 0 against the Watertown offense. As it's 7th inning stretch time here at Dunn Field with the Pioneers trailing 9-0 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Dalton Despain back out for the Rams, having allowed just 1 hit here at Dunn Field. We'll take a break. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And we start off the bottom half of the 6th inning as T.J. Dixon tried to lay down a bunt for Elmira, but that one went just foul. As the third baseman, Drew Herchik, tried to field it, but it was already in foul territory. As Dalton Despain still in the contest here for the Rams. As this pitch can be fouled back. And the count will be 0-2. And the 0-2 is going to be outside for a ball to Dixon as he leads off the inning. As it will be Dixon, Walker, and Santisteban. Despain's 1-2 is swung on a chopper over towards the first baseman. A nice scoop, and he's able to run right to the bag to judge it for the out. As that'll be a 3-gun assisted. So that'll bring Nick Walker up to the plate. Walker 0 for 2 on the night. And a strike called here to Walker to kick off the at-bat. As this one's going to bounce away from the catcher, Scholl. So a 1-1 count. And here comes the 1-1. That one's swung on. That one's popped up in the air. Playable over in foul territory for the first baseman, Exford, and he's able to make the play. So with 2 outs, that'll bring in Christian Santisteban for Elmira. This one popped up in the air. And the pitcher Despain calling for it, and he makes the catch, and that'll be a quick 1-2-3 inning for Despain as he's allowed just 1 hit now through 7 innings to Elmira, as that was a single back in the 4th inning. As Watertown holds on to their 9-0 lead as they quickly bring their bats back out here for the top of the 8th inning at Dunfield. As we'll take a break. When we come back, the Pioneers set to go out to the field as a new pitcher on. As we'll get the pitching change for you and give you that when we come back. We'll take a quick break here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My miscue is that is indeed Zach Pigeon back out on the mound for Elmira. So he comes back out for his 3rd inning of relief. As I got to looking through my roster and thought to myself, wait, Elmira not with another left-handed pitcher that is that height. So it will be the left-hander Pigeon to face off here against Watertown. Then the top of the 8th inning, as the first pitch will miss low for a ball, as it'll be the number 9 batter, Charles LeBlanc. LeBlanc without a hit on the night. Is now the 1-0 will miss low in the dirt for ball 2. So it'll be LeBlanc, Mikulka, and Moore, barring any pinch hitters. And the 2-0 was swung on and missed, as not able to hold off on the fastball was LeBlanc. And another fastball is swung on and missed here. For strike number 2. Man, the 2-2 is another fastball. Swung on and missed, so 3 straight fastballs. As LeBlanc quickly headed back to the dugout after being up in the count 2-0. And that will be the first out. And it appears we'll have a pinch hitter here. Maybe we'll have to check and see. If so, it took Mikulka a good number of time to come out of the dugout. As it looks like the batter will be number 30. So indeed it'll be a pinch hitter as Ben Wiley enters into the game for Mikulka. His first AB of the game coming here in the top of the 8th inning. And the pitch from Pigeon is going to be a breaking ball that'll miss outside. Wiley, the first pinch hitter of the night. And now the 2-0 is going to be popped up in the air, but Fisher won't be able to give it a run. And that'll make it out of place. The count now 2 balls and a strike with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Elmira trailing Watertown by a 9-0 score. And as a breeze still going out to center field as this one's chopped up the middle. Walker over to plate at second, and he fields it in time for the out, and there's 2 away. And as the pinch hitter Wiley is retired. So with 2 away, stepping in, it'll be another pinch hitter for the Rams, as it'll be number 33, Shane Servos, a sophomore out of Skagit Valley, a teammate at Skagit Valley of Pioneers pitcher, Austin Von Herbulis. As he has a 1-0 count now, he swings and chops a 1-0 pitch here to Walker at second and makes the throw in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Zach Pigeon to end the top of the 8th inning. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. Elmira looking to try and get something on the scoreboard here against the Rams starter, Dalton Despain, who's spun just 1 hit through 7 innings of work. As he comes out here for the bottom of the 8th inning, as we'll take a break. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. So Despain set to go here as we kick off the bottom of the 8th inning. And leading off for Elmira, it'll be Zach Bellinger, who's 0 for 2 on the night. As he watches the first pitch ball. And now the 1-0 is swung on. That one's hit out to deep center, going back to the center fielder and making the catch at the warning track was Hassel. As Bellinger gave it a loud out number 1 to kick off the bottom of the 8th inning. So that'll bring in Taylor Hilson. Hilson grounded out to the third baseman, Herchik, his last time up. As this one goes low for ball number 1. Now the pitch from Despain is inside as Hilson had to turn out of the way of it. Despain has allowed just 1 hit in this game for Watertown. That came from Elmira Pioneers center fielder TJ Dixon. And now a pitch here swung on by Hilson, is having to play just before it hit the dirt. Was the new second baseman, Servos, and he's able to get the out. And there's 2 away. That'll bring in the left fielder, Joe Guarana, who's struck out both times that he's come up to the plate as he tried to lay it on a bunt here, and that one goes foul. So now 13 batters set down in a row here by Dalton Despain since allowing that hit to TJ Dixon back in the 4th inning. And this pitch is swung on and missed by Guarana for strike 2. Just 2 base runners have reached for Elmira. A walk by Kaluzian and a single by Dixon. And a pitch here is fouled right over towards the Rams dugout. As that got everybody awake over on the third base side. So the count holds at no balls and 2 strikes. And now the 0-2 is chopped in front of the pitcher to Spain. He fields it and has to throw to first and does so in time. So it's 13 straight sit down by Dalton Despain as we head to the top of the 9th inning. And the Rams on top by a 9-0 score over the Pioneers from Dunn Field. As we'll take a break and we'll come back for the top of the 9th inning as you're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And back out for Elmira here in the top of the 9th inning will be Zach Pigeon after he came in of relief of Logan Salo. Salo went 5 innings. And then Pigeon came in to start in the 6th inning and worked in the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, and now tries to work into the 9th inning here with his team trailing Watertown by a 9-0 score. As his first pitch is going to be low for a ball, as it will be a pinch hitter here for the Rams, as it will be number 1 at Kyle Simmons, a left-handed batter, a sophomore at Coker College out of Watertown, New York. Now the 2-0 is going to be a slope from Pigeon, and it'll be 3-0. So Watertown has used 3 consecutive pinch hitters in their last 3 batters. And as Wiley pinch hit for McCulca, Servas hit pinch hit for Moore, and now Simmons pitch hitting for Hersick. The 3-1 is fouled back to the netting, and the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And a walk here on the 3-2 pitch to the leadoff batter, Simmons, as he'll head down to first. It's actually the first walk by Pigeon since the 6th inning for him. So that will bring in number 23. Chris Gaetano, the right fielder, as he watches a first pitch strike. And now a strike called here on the 0-1. Gaetano has been hit by a pitch, has also walked and grounded out. And he's going to follow this one back with the runner Simmons on first. And this one swung on. That's going to be into center field for a base hit as that falls in front of Dixon. And there'll be runners on first and second for the Rams. With nobody out here in the top of the ninth inning. Man, the batter will be the catcher, number 8, Jason Scholl. Scholl has got one hit on the night. It's also got a RBI and a sacrifice fly and a walk. And another fly out to the right fielder, Chris Klusdien for Elmira. As the count 1-0 to him. And a strike call here at the plate. And now the 1-1 is right down the middle of the plate, but no call. And a pitch here will miss low and away, so the count now 3-1 to the batter Scholl with nobody out. Runners on first and second for the Rams. Pigeon sets on the mound and delivers home. And that one's going to be off of the batter, Scholl. And that will load the bases up for the Rams here in the top of the ninth inning. So that'll bring in Hassel to bat with the bases loaded. Elmira will play in at the corners here. The runners take their leads. And this one will miss low in the dirt for a ball. The count goes 1-0. Watertown with 7 hits in the game. Elmira with 1. Watertown leading 9-0. The pitch from Pigeon is going to be high for a ball. And this one will miss low and away. So the count goes to 2-1. And the 2-1 is fouled back, just getting a piece of it was the batter Hassel, as that one was low and in. Two the count now. To the batter Hassel, that swung on, excuse me, as this one is fielded by Walker at second, as he's able to get the out at first, but that will allow a run to score from third. So the runners behind the plate advance up to second and third. And that'll bring in Dressler. His first pitch he sees is going to miss high for a ball. Now the 1-0 coming in from Pigeon is going to be off of Dressler. And it's another hit batter, as the bases will yet again be loaded for the Rams. And manager Matt Birch will come out of the Pioneers dugout to have a chat with Zach Pigeon. As the batter will be Dustin Exford, as he has a good RBI opportunity in front of him, with his team leading by a 10-0 score here in the top of the ninth inning from Dunfield. As Birch still out chatting with Pigeon as he faces a bases loaded situation after hitting the batter Dressler. So the runners will take their leads from their bases. Elmira will play halfway at first. Santisteban on the grass. He'll sit about halfway. The pitch home is going to be low and outside. Nice stop, though, by Fisher to keep the ball in front of him. And the 1-0 is going to be a called strike. Nice pitch from Pigeon. Pigeon checks the runner at second. His pitch home. There's a called strike 2. Fastball paints the outside corner. And this one's going to be chopped foul down the third baseline. Keeps the count at 1-2. And now the 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3 as the batter Exford is going to strike out for the second out of the inning. Second strikeout for Zach Pigeon. That'll bring in the number 9 batter, LeBlanc, with the bases loaded. And first pitch called strike to LeBlanc. Struck out his last time up, and he struck out twice on the night for the Rams. And now this one is swung on. That one's blooped into right field. That'll fall in front of Kaluzny, and one run will score. They're waving around to second, and that run will score. And it's now a 3-run inning, and it's a 12-0 lead for the Rams. As it'll be 2 RBIs on the single for LeBlanc. And Wiley will step in now, his second at bat. And now the pitch here will be over the plate for a called strike. So the count 0-1 to the batter Wiley. And now the 0-1 will miss up and high. The count's even 1-1. And this one is in between the legs of Fisher, but he's able to find it before the runners advance. So 3 runs in this inning for the Rams here in the top of the 9th inning. Zach Pigeon on the mound for Elmira. Pigeon sets and delivers. That one swung on, popped up in the air. Dixon ranging in for it on the run. Nobody's going to be able to make the catch as that fell in front of Guarana. And it's going to be an RBI single for Wiley. And that's now a 4-run inning. As Servos will step in with 2 runners on yet again and still 2 outs. And the first pitch is going to be a called strike to the batter Servos. Servos grounded out to the second baseman Walker in his first plate appearance after he pinch hit for Moore. And now the 0-1 swung on. That one's in the right field, but right at Kaluznian. And that will end the inning. So the Rams tack on 4 more to take a 13-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning here at Dunn Field. As for Elmira in the bottom of the 9th, it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 batters set due up to the plate. As we'll see if Dalton Despain will come back out for the Watertown Rams, as he's thrown 8 innings of one-hit baseball and has only allowed 2 base runners. As we'll take a break, you're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. So Drew Fisher will lead things off for Elmira here in the bottom of the 9th inning, as he takes the first pitch called strike. As Fisher 0 for 2 on the night. This is 3rd at bat. As this one will be in the dirt, and it's Dalton Despain back out on the mound here for the Rams, looking to go a complete 9 innings of just one-hit baseball. As this one misses outside, as Elmira has just not had an answer for Despain here tonight. As Watertown, their 13 runs coming over the course of 3 innings. As they had 4 runs in the 5th, 5 runs in the 6th, and 4 runs there in the top of the 9th inning. Count 2-2 to the batter, Fisher. He swings here, a chopper to second, and the flip to first is in time for the first out. So that'll bring up the Pioneer shortstop, Derek DeLear. Here looking to try and keep this 9th inning alive for Elmira. Elmira trying to avoid what would be their 3rd consecutive loss after winning 5 in a row. Now the 0-1 here to DeLear as a chopper over towards 3rd. A flip here is going to be a tough hop. That's going to get by the first baseman down the right field line as it gets caught up into the fence, and heading into second is going to be DeLear on the low throw from the Rams' 3rd baseman, Simmons. As that'll go down as an E6, so still just 1 hit for Elmira, but that's their 3rd base runner of the game and their 1st since the 4th inning on the error by the 3rd baseman. That'll bring up Chris Kaluzdian. Kaluzdian 0 for 2 on the night as a pitch here. Nice job by the catcher, Scholl, to keep it in front of him. Now the 1-0. It's going to be slow for a ball. It's the count 2-0. Elmira on the road tomorrow, a doubleheader against the Utica Brewers, and then home again on Sunday, June 22nd, as the Niagara Power coming to town. It's Bobby K Entertainment Family Sunday Fun Day. Also free batting helmets courtesy of the Elmira Business Institute to the first 1,000 fans into the gates. DeLear's off for 3rd, Kaluzdian's going to swing at this one. It's a deep pop fly out to center as Delir has to head all the way back to second as he was off for third on a hit and run. And that'll be the second out of the inning. As Kaluzdian goes down as an F8. So that'll bring in TJ Dixon. And the first pitch is going to miss outside for a ball. Dixon with Elmira's only hit in the game. That came back in the fourth inning. As he is 1 for 3 on the night. Despain's 1-0 is swung on. This one out towards the left fielder. And that one's going to be caught. And that's the end of the ball game. As that's going to be a complete game shutout. And a one-hitter for Dalton Despain. And Despain, a sophomore out of the Texas A&M Corpus Christi campus. As he was able to puzzle Elmira hitters all night. As Elmira is going to drop their third in a row. After falling last night at home to the Newark Pilots. As they will look to try and get back on the winning track tomorrow as they have a doubleheader against the Utica Brewers. So Elmira now 7-6 on the air. Watertown, they get back to 500 as they're now 7-7 in the West. So Elmira, for the time being, holds on to their second place standing as they will be one game ahead of Watertown with their win here tonight. As it'll be a win for Despain as he goes the complete 9 innings. And the loss will go to Logan Segalo, who went 5 innings here for Elmira tonight in his second start of the year. As our next broadcast will be tomorrow as a doubleheader as Elmira in Utica to take on the Brewers. First pitch set for 5:05 p.m. As Doug Page bringing you live Pioneers play-by-play as Elmira falls tonight to the Watertown Rams by a score of 13-0 as Despain picks up the win and Salo gets the loss. We thank you for listening in here to the Pioneers broadcast. Have a good night and so long.